And so it was said that if the pillars of the world shall fall, darkness will descend upon all that lives. From the Book of the Dark. Man did not heed this warning. The sacred cosmic tree burned to cinder. And so the darkness came, claiming all that was bright and living in Thea, when all hope was lost. After a century without light, the sun rose once more. Thea awakened from her dark slumber, and you along with her. But Thea is not the world that once was. The age of darkness weakens, but it is far from over. Life took its shy roots, yet death will not release its grip easily. While the sun keeps some of the evil in check during the fleeting days, at night, the creatures of darkness roam free and angry, unwilling to give up their dominion over the land. It is up to you to find a way to rebuild Thea, banish the darkness, and strengthen mankind.
Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Thea the Awakening with the DLCs, Return of the Giants and stuff like that. Yeah, quite some time since I last did something new, so I wanted to either play Thea or Civilization in another run, and I want to give Thea a shot before Civilization 6 will be released. And this is a game based on Slavic mythology, and yeah, the Slavs lived in Europe like quite some time ago, from the Czech Republic and Poland, as it is today, to Russia and Siberia, like the area over there. So quite a big area, and yeah, so I already tested it. I watched some videos, made a one small game, start one. So we will start a new one over here, and you will always play with one god, and you are the god, and you can guide your villagers, your people, and do quests with them. And the ultimate quest is to restore Thea to light and make it livable again, make it a nice place. So there are two gods we can start with now. Mokosh, like the Mother Earth, and Veles. I already played one game with this guy, and I want to do the second one too, because we already have the level 2 bonus over here, and we need the level 3 to unlock one random god from these. And if we get all the gods, we can play Perun, the supreme god, like the head of the gods. And Veles is his like opponent. This is the god of the sky and thunder, and this is the god of the underworld, as you can see over here. So there are a few different classes and a few different types of people you can play. You can get elves, orcs, and dwarves and stuff like that. And from the I don't know if only the humans are divided into these classes, because I never had an elf or an orc or stuff like that before, unfortunately. But there are 3 basic classes: warriors, gatherers, and craftsmen. And warriors fight, gatherers gather materials and resources and food, and the craftsmen can craft items and build buildings. And I think at the beginning the gatherers are the most important, so we want to start with that. And the difficulty I already have a custom one over here. So normal is 85%, and we can turn down the starting villages because I don't have the need to have 10. Doesn't really matter that much. We don't need these saves because if anything goes bad, we will play it like this, and if we fail, we fail, right? The realism is quite a game changer, so I don't want to do that right now. Group limits and stuff like that. That's fine. So the first game, we will take a lower difficulty, and then if we will make another run, we can turn that up and do a different one. So let's jump into the game. Have the loading screen over here, and I'll explain like the basic stuff at the beginning, because I'm not an expert with this game. I play one shot game, watch a couple of videos, so I don't really know what's truly going on. I know the fighting and stuff like that, but yeah, I'll make mistakes and I will mispronounce or pronounce words, names, stuff like that wrongly. So please forgive me that. Yeah, that's the tutorial, like one demon creature from the mythology. I did some research, but it's kind of hard to find out stuff about that. So you can read stuff about the gods, which gods there were, and the crawls about which one were the kids. I don't. Never mind. You can find stuff like that, but it's not that easy. There's not too much. I didn't dug too deep, so well, we can skip the tutorial because I know the basic stuff. That's just some talking from this guy, so we don't need that. And we can head into the game over here. So we have one village. We only will have one village. You can have multiple expeditions going out, searching, doing quests, searching for food, gathering, stuff like that. And you have like the map over here, like similar to Civilization, like you can see this as the ruins and stuff like that. And your capital over here. So you have 9 guys. We will send these guys back into the village just to organize them and get stuff going. And you can see here the resource overview. In our we have vegetables, 2 coals, wood over here, and we can gather that from our village. But for the other stuff, we have to leave our village, so go outside and search for resources. And we have, like in our village, we have production, gathering, crafting, and constructing. There are like these resources over here we can gather, and we can craft tools and meals and clothes, and we can unlock more, and we can build buildings over here. As you can see, not much at the beginning. We have our inventory with quite some stuff. We have some children which will grow up and give us new guys, and we can create a new expedition over here. We can manage our equipment. We will do that just in a bit. The firewood, we can there designate what kind of stuff we want to burn and so on. Our food over here, so different food will give different bonuses, as you can see over here. And then there is one very big part, the research. So you have like a tech tree divided into 3 parts. So the gathering over here, or the resources you can find and gather in the world. The crafting over here, and construction. You can research new buildings over here, like the herbalist hut, cabbage patch, cabbage field, smithy, well, watchtower. I don't know what's there. I don't know the bonuses because I didn't came to researching this stuff. So we already have 1 research point. I don't know where we want to invest that, but we don't need to do that instantly, because we can like search for the resources and then get the resources we know and want. So let's do the first basic stuff over here and manage our equipment. So we have different guys over here. The symbols are the different classes. We have 1 hunter over here. These 2 warriors, 4 gatherers over here, and 2 craftsmen down here. And I will mispronounce the names, but yeah. So Sasha is our hunter over here. He has like a awful sword. We have a laminar armor over here. And yeah, so I want to leave 3 guys back in the village. 2 gatherers probably, and 1 of the craftsmen. So the hunter needs better equipment. The warriors, do they both have a long sword? What's this? Yeah, this is a long sword, and this is one. Let's give the warrior the better one over here. And poison. You will get that. So these 2 warriors should get the good stuff over here, and we will give 1 warrior the armor. And the hunter over here, since we will take him with us, he should have a decent sword. So the managing of the equipment takes quite some time. Maybe I will skip that between episodes and do that. But for now we will do it, so you can see like how it works. So we have this sword over here. We could give it to the hunter, but the hunter, as you can see here, has range damage, traps, and stuff like that. With traps, you can counter. Okay, so the combat system in the various in the different types of challenges, like there challenges all a sort of combat, and that's a card combat. And with the trapping, you can counter their cards and stuff like that. So he will do that most of the time. So maybe it's not that important that he has the best weapon. He has no weapon at all, so we have 1 here. And this guy will probably stay. So so let's give. Oh, you can't carry that. Oh, it's way too heavy. So you can see the warriors can carry heavier stuff. Maybe he should take this, and then we can give like the the better sword over here, and you can get that. Then we have 1 long sword, piercing damage. This one is awful, so you will. No, you can't carry that. You can't carry that. You can carry that. So you will get that, and then we can give you that. Okay, it seems I don't want to do more than that, so it will just take too long. So we can here start a new expedition. We will take the hunter with us. We want the 2 warriors. We will take our best gatherers. That means Among Us and this guy. And we will need at least 2 gatherers back in our village to gather basic supplies, so they don't starve and can have the supplies, and we can resupply our expedition. And we want to take I think this guy is better, so we will take you with us. Then we will need some fuel. We have like no fuel at all, because as you can see here, there's every person has to eat one food thingy each round, and we need supplies like firewood to make a fire, so they like get good and healthy and stuff like that. So 5 turns should be enough for now, and we will give them some food, like 40, 39. Let's give him like 40, should be perfectly fine. And that's good enough. So we have our expedition over here. And then we need to manage the supplies in our village and allow some other fuel. Now we can assign some gathering over here. So we want to gather vegetables for the food, and we want to gather wood to get some something to burn, because coal is more valuable than wood. And Ivitar is good with crafting, so we should assign some crafting over here. We can already make like cooked meals, because you will get more food. So we can put like meat, and probably burn the coal for now. So we get jerky over here. And if you look at that, we will get 8 jerky, but we only will invest 2 meat and 1 coal, so we'll make 4 meat into 8 food thingies. So we will do that 2 times. And expedition over here. Can I click on you, please? Thanks. We'll go out and explore the area over here. So there's a something we can explore, and they can see there will be a dangerous choice, so combat in one way or the other. But no, we just get gold, fruits and quartz, so that's perfectly fine, and we don't need to do the combat. Okay, so we found some straw over here, so straw resource. You can see there are a few ruins over here. You can always see them through the fog of war. I don't know why they did this, but I don't mind. So there's one there, but there are 2, so we will go over here. As you can see, you have like 5 movement each turn, and you can spend that walking, and you can make an encampment and stop to gather resources when there's nothing to gather, so we will just pass on that. We have only 2 turns worth of fuel over here, but we will gather, as you can see, we'll gather some more vegetables and wood in the next turn, so this will be fine. So let's move over here. As you can see, there's another resource, some exotic fruit. So let's go over here. So these are the red witch. That's interesting. So these are different groups, like the undeads and stuff that floated Thea, and you have to fight against these or not if you can escape them, but mostly you will fight them. We can search another one. You stumble across some ruins of an old city engulfed amidst a mystery. Search. One of many buildings you tirelessly search through contains a closed stash. It takes you almost an hour to open it, but luckily it's not empty. So we get a thorn over here. It's a weapon with piercing damage and poison, which is kind of nice. So take the loot and exit, and we will check our equipment over here, because I believe no, we have nobody with piercing damage, so so we'll give this to you here. He will equip that, and then we don't need the training sword over here. And now we have a better weapon. And piercing damage will have an effect in combat, as you will notice that in the first one. So we have some fruits over here and stuff like that, so we can camp. And now you have like a similar gathering to the village. So we have grain and exotic fruits. And we can assign our guys to gather that. So if we put these 2 guys here, we will get 1 grain, which is food, in 1 turn. If we put our guy over here, we will take 3 turns to gather that. So we only want to stay 1 turn, because then we'll get movement again. We have 0 movement now, and then we can like fight these thingies over here. So that's fine. Let's end this turn. I think this is from the tutorial, right? Yes, wonderful, you made your first batch of prepared food. Okay, so this guy will appear even though we skipped the tutorial. That's perfectly fine, right? We get the resources, so that's nice. You get research points and experience through challenges, and research points mostly from building buildings and crafting tools and weapons. So this is a big part, to just craft things to get research points. So you can see over here, the expedition guys leveled up, so they got health, tactics, strength, will, and crafting. And in our village, will and health. We can choose our research. We produce some jerky. So if you check back here, production, we see we have now wood again, so we don't want to burn the coal. Like this. Yeah, we only want to burn the normal wood. And crafting, the job is done, so we can cook some more meals like this and use the wood now to do it. We can put it to unlimited doing. We could craft tools from this. So this will give us +4 crafting. We'll wait 116 and will give us 9 research points. But we'll use all our wood, so we will wait 1 or 2 turns until we have some more. And as you can see, like, this is less research points, but it weighs less and gives the same stats. So we can use this too. Or we can make clothes over here. We don't really want to do that right now. It's just, they're like worth nothing. Well, some research, but they will use a lot of good stuff like the malachite. Could do that anyway, because we will get 8 research points. Let's do that. Let's make a shirt over here. So now we can assign her to crafting this. And this will take 3 turns, and then she will go over to make the jerky again. And our expedition over here, if we manage our inventory over here, you see we got some grain. I got some more food. We need to gather some wood because we only have 4 turns of fuel left, and we will go over here and fight these. So I can see how the fight will be. And we begin our, you can see offense and defense is the damage, the direct damage, and in the tactical hands, these skills will be stealth, ranged, shielding, traps. Perception is this, and this is tactics. And there's some special effects too. So let's begin the combat. You can see this is a card system, and you have an offensive hand and a tactical hand. These guys you can play like directly, and they will do damage, and these guys can support them. Like, this is the hunter, he can do the trapping and supporting and stuff like that. We can see we have low health, and this is our main like warrior. As you can see, with she's the one with the armor, so she will have the most health and quite some attack. I can use her to confuse and shield, so this hand is fine. I think we'll keep that. We can only reshuffle once. So the opponent will play a card. As you can see here, that's like level 1. And what we can do now is we can play a counter offense. So this card is level 1, so counter offense level 6 is good enough, and we'll take this out. And then he will have this guy over here. If we play the confuse, this guy won't be able to attack in the first round. So now he's the question marks over here, and we can play our guys. They will attack over here, and they won't be able to do that in the first round. So let's count our damage. We need 27 damage to kill this one. And we have with these two we only have 26, which is kind of annoying. But let's play this guy first. We will do shielding over here, so he'll get more health, and if he gets hit, he won't lose like regular health. And then we play this guy and this guy. So now we played all our cards, and the fight phase begins. And the confuse can't attack in this phase, so we can do that first, and we kill this in the first run. Now this guy, it's always the fighting order is always from left to right. But we shielded our guy over here, and he didn't take any damage. Okay, we didn't kill all of them in the first run, so we will do that. Reshuffle. Okay, I wanted this guy in our offensive hand to show the damage type, so he has piercing damage, and this is like normal slash damage. Well, that's fine. Okay, keep in play. The guy starts again. We can confuse him. He has 9 damage, so we only need to play this guy, and then we can skip all our stuff, and he will kill them instantly, and then we won. And our fight challenges, if they take damage, they will take wounds and can die. And there are different challenges which require different skills. So we defeated them, and we got a shield and some monster bone. So if we check our equipment right now, and we get a shield, do we have anybody worse? Where is her weapon? She doesn't have a weapon. Oh, did I left a weapon in the... well, oh, nice. Mistake already, but we'll have one sword, and that's fine, she will get that. Can anybody carry this shield? 4. So let's give it to this guy, and then this guy can carry this shield over here, like this. Perfectly fine. So we have our guys over here. We have still 4 movement left. You can see there's grain here, exotic fruits. Down there's quartz. But I want to go over here. We do need to gather some wood before that. So let's move here, check what's there. I want to see how many movement points. 2, we have 3 left, so we can move there. And then we have still movement point left to make encampment. And we can gather, so I want wood to gather. And we won't be able to gather fruit in one turn, so let's just gather two things of wood, and this, as you can see, won't be enough, so that's perfectly fine because we only want to stay one turn. And we still have the research points, but I don't know what I want to use it for, so I will keep it for now. Okay, they pass. So you can see over here there are the turns, and there's a day-night cycle. In the day you can see further than in the night, and in the night these monsters will attack our expedition and our village. So now we can stop the camping and attack over here. So now your plan of action. We can assassinate them with a sneak challenge or fight challenge. You can view our group and challenge sneak, apply the filter, and then we can see how good these guys are. Stealth and will is tactics, will, perception. So we don't have really good guys for that. We can just front. I don't know. Well, let's do the sneak challenge, but just for the sake of doing a sneak challenge. So as you can see, this guy has zero attack. I would rather have him in my tactical hand, but these 3 guys, only have 0 attack, so we have to keep them like that. So start that. We can counter-attack a card over here, so this will be probably... Yep, we can take this out for now. Then he will play his first card. And then we can confuse this one. 8 health. So we can just play these two guys and skip all the rest. So this should be fine. Good stuff that we have 2 guys who can deal damage. And all these challenges will function in this kind of combat. You only have like different skills. Okay, you assassinate your enemy with cold blood and the grace of an alpha predator. It is possible 1 or 2 have escaped the bloodbath by taking some of the loot, but without any injuries, you have managed to eliminate the threat. So we got some herbs, we got iron, vine over here, exotic fruits, nuts, and some meat. So we take this stuff and leave. We have still 3 movement points left, so we will move over here and there and check this out. Some ruins of an old city again. Let's search that, and then we have a fight. You open one of the buildings, a strange looking stone and metal built affair, and you hear a clunking noise, then a blunt thud. Before you are able to do anything, you see its skeleton charging away. So we have a skeleton and 4 hulking rats. We have to fight them. So let's begin our combat. So now we have this, our main warrior over here in this hand, and shielding. This is our second warrior, I believe. Confusing is fine, we can use this. We can first action, and we can counter tactics. So that's fine, we'll keep it like this. So, a shielding ally does the same stuff as this one over here, shield. This will add to the health at each round. Each time you play, this will be added to their health. This guy has 15 damage, so I kind of want him to... Okay, let's do first things first. We have 2 cards to play. Piercing damage. So if you play this, he will be played before the last enemy card, if it's the last one, and do half his damage instantly. So that's kind of neat. And then what we can do is try to counter tactics card. 1 level should be enough because these are all only rats. So let's do that. We counted 1. And we can shield our allies over here. So if this guy gets attacked, he won't suffer any wounds. We should have confused this guy too. Well, we can't confuse the red anymore. So let's do that. These 2 guys have shielding on their own, so that's fine. Play this one. We can confuse this red over here because it has more damage. And then play Pendantric, however he's called. So Sasha will kill the skeleton. The rat will attack Drobovis, but the shielding will prevent any damage. And we kill these, and in the next round this rat will be killed, and then they will attack the discard pile over here, and we won. So probably fine. We got a shield, some sandstone, which is nice, some more nuts and some malachite. That's good. So we take the stuff and leave. We still have food and fuel enough to go on, and we don't have any movement point left. So we'll end the turn over here, but we'll also end the episode over here because it's already 30 minutes, the first one. That's good enough, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's see you next time. Thanks for watching.